Welcome, everyone, to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And joining us in a bit later from the sidelines, Doris Burke. Last outing for Orlando, the loss to the Nets. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds: disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Now the starting group for Orlando. The backcourt is Payton and Oladipo. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher, there's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You can play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
Now Payton following the 3-point attempt by Freak. Gordon with it. There's a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Picked by Vucevic. And it's Johnson penetrating. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's the Magician, and it's blocked by Gordon. Here's Oladipo. Good D by Harden. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. The Magician passes to Jones. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. And he can't get the first one.
Shooting for Houston, Terrence Jones.
And he's good on the second. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. For Orlando, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Payton outside. There's the screen. The wide open look here for Oladipo. The 3-pointer is right on target.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Now here's Harden. He had 10 points in the win against Atlanta. Here's the Magician. Harden outside. Pass to the Magician. And some nice passing there by Houston. 5 on the clock. It's Harden with the drive. Cans the shot from the wing. Harden's got his first points in this one.
You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
Payton kicks to Gordon. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
Well, I like the way he orchestrated in tight that time, fellas.
Harden outside. The pass to the Magician. The tray. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Here's Oladipo following the score by Houston. From deep 3-point range, shot is no good. Harden with the defensive effort. Here's the Magician. Traps in the tray. The Magician's got 6 points.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Payton dishes to Vucevic. Kicks to Johnson. The feed to Payton. Pass to Vucevic. And the rebound goes to Howard. Houston leading by 4. Doris Burke had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Skiles. And Doris, what did he have to say?
He said their scouting report is really all about how to handle Dwight Howard. Obviously a tremendously impactful player at both ends of the court. Coach said, offensively, we always need to know where he is. Defensively, it's always about doing your work early. trying to hold your ground and deny him prime position inside. Sounds like a good plan, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Magic on defense. Following the basket by Freak. Pass to Jones. And it's good. The Magic trail by 7. So on the floor for Orlando. Harris at the 4. Vucevic in the middle. Fournier out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Hezonja in at the 3. Now here's Vucevic. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Orlando's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Now, here's Clarkson. Not a lot of room. And Hezonja gets it to go.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
Here's the Magician. 29 points for him last game against Atlanta.
You know, and in watching that game, he did a really nice job of passing the basketball, scoring, and setting up his teammates.
Smith, no good.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. Let's check in with Doris Burke for an injury update on Dwight Howard. Doris?
Well, guys, I was able to catch up with Houston's athletic trainer. He told me that it doesn't look too serious. That's a bitter pill for them to swallow at such an early stage of the season. It really changes the look of this entire team, guys.
Okay, Doris, sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Well, hopefully that's the case, Kevin, and he'll be back before long.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Houston making a switch here. Ariza's checked in. Then for the Magic. Aaron Gordon is checking in for Tobias Harris. Johnson comes in for Hezonja. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Evan Fournier. Clarkson with the ball. He's picked up by Ariza. Now, here's Clarkson. No good on the triple. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Here's the Magician. The Rockets again can't hit.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Johnson, the pass to Clarkson. Here's the floater. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Magic have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. And the technical free throw is good. And Orlando making a change here. Galloway's checked in. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Shoots it. The offensive rebound. Here's Gordon. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Both good from the line that time.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
Here's the Magician. 8 points for him. Harden the pass to the Magician. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Rockets have gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And it's blocked by Gordon.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
It's Oladipo on the wing. Dishes to Galloway. Back to Oladipo. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. No good. And it's Houston the other way. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And in that game, guys, I mean, the beneficiary of what was some very lackluster defense being played against them.
Agreed, guys. It was really quite shocking and disappointing how many free runs to the hoop they got.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hawks just played phenomenal. He had 29 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. This was just the game he needed to snap the cold spell he was in. That has to be a major relief for his team, guys.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of.
You need to calm down.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive.
Let's get some ball movement. Run something on that.